We have some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news at Breitbart. And this is really funny. It's a real scream. And I've been watching all these protests this weekend. By the way, today is my 47th birthday. I was born on June 26, 1977 at exactly 4 a.m. I wanted to be on time. My mom's always giving me hell about that. You mean you couldn't wait an extra 10, 15 minutes? You had to come out at 4 a.m.? So here's the breaking news at Breitbart. Yeah, so today is my 47th birthday, sticking it there to the pro-choicers. Now, I've always said, my view on abortion is as a last resort in the case of rape, incest, life of the mother, child's not going to survive in the womb. Some type of deformity. But now, all these protesters, who, by the way, are protesting in all the, this is so ironic, protesting in all these cities where you can get abortion on demand, or states where you can get abortion on demand. New York, San Francisco, Chicago, Atlanta, you name it. Wherever you can get abortion on demand, that's where they're protesting. And did you see what happened in Arizona at the state capitol? They locked these legislators in. They look like a bunch of angry children with their cheesy chants and their picket signs. Peons with picket signs, that's what I call them. So now, according to Breitbart, hold on to your hats, folks. According to Breitbart, these pro-choicers, these women, are now calling for a sex strike against men in retaliation for the overturning of Roe v. Wade. And when I saw this, I had to go to Twitter, respond to this comment at Twitter. And here's what it says on Twitter. Women of America, take the pledge. 3 exclamation points. Because SCOTUS overturned Roe v. Wade, we cannot take the risk of an unintended pregnancy. Therefore, we will not have sex with any man, including our husbands, unless we are trying to become pregnant. Well, and this is what I wrote at Twitter. Oh, so you admit that if you don't have sex, then there would be no need for an abortion. I didn't say that. You pro-choice activists did. No logic on the ultra-left. Go check out my tweet at Twitter. Culture Confederacy at Twitter. Or you can follow me at hashtag Jason Composes on Instagram. Do all that fun stuff you know to do here on YouTube. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Whatever. But isn't that something? All these pro-choicers, these women, are now going to call for a sex strike against men. And if they would have stopped having sex to begin with. Now, I understand, and I mentioned this before, that there are circumstances where you have an unintended pregnancy. Rape, incest. You know, I understand things happen. But if you take the precautionary measures necessary not to get pregnant, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get pregnant. So this is by Ethan Lekeman, I believe it is. It's Letkeman. Kind of small print here. Says, and I believe this came out today, pro-abortion women are calling for a, well, yes, it did because I told you it's breaking news. I'm doing this in one take today, guys. Pro-abortion women are calling for a nationwide sex strike in retaliation against men for the overturning of Roe v. Wade, following the Supreme Court's landmark decision Friday. Outraged women took to social media and the streets over the weekend to protest Friday's Supreme Court decision. And I've got another question here. Why do we have people in the LGBTQ community out there protesting this? Now, if you're a lesbian and you're thinking about getting pregnant, now that raises another question. Okay, so you can't get pregnant by, if you're lesbian, you can't get pregnant by another woman, right? So you have to have a man to get pregnant. Go to a sperm bank, you name it, or do the deed with a man to get pregnant, in which case you would need an abortion. But if you're a lesbian who doesn't like men, who doesn't have sex with men, you're not going to need an abortion. This is the lunacy of these people. So moving further here, some activists have declared women should begin practicing abstinence, you think? How many of you would really want to sleep with any of these protesters? I mean, honestly. Have you seen them? No, thank you. Including one Twitter user who seemingly believes that women should even withhold sex from their husbands. Can I make a little joke here? This is kind of a gay joke. Once you discover your prostate, you don't need anything else. Should I? Did I let that one out of the bag, didn't I? Yeah. I was going to say, should I have let that out of the bag? Yeah, stuff men don't tell you. So, because they don't want to be seen as, if they're straight, they don't want to be seen as gay, I mean, or whatever. This is according to AJ at Hope Over Fear 99. Women, if you are having a tough time with the hashtag sex strike and hashtag abstinence, just picture Mitch McConnell naked. Oh, I have to agree, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. A 24-year-old woman protesting in New York City on Saturday told the New York Post she would not have sex with men if they were not willing to get a vasectomy. If you're a man who won't get a vasectomy even though it's reversible and you're not out in the streets fighting for my rights, you do not deserve to have sex with me. Again, who would want to have sex with you the way you guys act? Trust me, you're not top prize here. At least from the protesters I've seen. Other seemingly progressive Twitter users joined in on the call to abstain from sex with men, which again, if you did, you wouldn't need an abortion. Perhaps a hashtag sex strike, also known as hashtag abstinence, would help the men folk to be all in on this hashtag women's rights issue. Once again, hashtag Roe v. Wade, hashtag this, hashtag that. Monique Presley, a legal analyst and political commentator, said according to her bio, "What if you're celebrating the overturning of Roe v. Wade? Disrespectfully, go F yourself." No, literally. I've been doing that for years, baby. I don't need you, okay? Hashtag sex strike. Don't F your husbands. Don't F your boyfriends. Don't F random from that one app. I can't read this. This is too good, folks. No sex with sperm donors until we have our rights, another user wrote. How about men's rights here? I mean, it does take two people to make a baby, right? I brought this up before. When you bring this up with the pro-choice crowd, they don't want to hear it. Okay, it might be your body, but it is his sperm, isn't it? Because it takes two people to create a child. Am I missing something here? So I just think men should go on strike themselves. We're not going to donate to a sperm bank. How about that? And we're not going to sleep with you for a month. We'll see how it goes. Aren't these the same people who tell us they don't need men? You need an abortion, but you don't need men. Again, the lunacy, the logic of these people. There is none. One Twitter user implied through an image called for abstinence from Republicans. Conservatives on social media responded to pro-abortion women by pointing out that calling for a sex strike might not be the dunk they think it is. Leftists be like, fine, no abortions, we'll just practice abstinence. Take that, religious conservatives. Which is what religious conservatives have been preaching for a long time. Abstinence. Wait till marriage. Boy, you people, you're really stepping it in here. I mean, you protesters. First of all, you protest in cities where abortion is illegal or it's on demand. I mean, it's since Roe v. Wade, it's been legal in the country. But you can get it on demand without restriction in a lot of these cities, these liberal cities, or in these liberal states, blue states. Let me read this again. Leftists be like, fine, no abortions, we'll just practice abstinence. Take that, religious conservatives. Again, the religious conservatives, people of faith, have always talked about abstinence. Tweeted Olivia Rondeau. No, not that Rondo. It's Rondeau. I let leftists be fine, no abortions, we'll just practice abstinence. You go, sister. Take that, religious conservatives. Jack Posobiec, there's a name for you, say that 10 times. Posobiec, senior editor at Human Events, was pleased that abstinence was trending on Twitter. Great abstinence trends on Twitter in wake of Roe v. Wade ruling, he tweeted. Conservative author Rod Dreher, D-R-E-H-E-R, again I'm reading this to you cold, also poked fun at the idea of women going on a sex strike. Oh, and they got a sign here. I'm on strike, no choice for me, question mark, no sex for him, exclamation mark. Oh my gosh, and she's a whale. She's sitting on her back with a sign that says that, and she's a whale wearing an orange shirt and gray sweatpants. You remember Married with Children? That was one of the big themes throughout that show. Al Bundy worked at a shoe store, and he'd have these run-ins with these women who couldn't fit into these shoes because they weighed too much. All the cracks used to be. Go check out those clips. Those are classic. They're great. Fantastic. Some of the lines that were... I mean, the writing on that show was fantastic. I mean, it wasn't necessarily my favorite show, but it really hit that issue hard, and it, in many ways, it's true. It's true. So this is kind of what you're up against with these pro-choicers, that type of attitude. I'm fat, deal with it, and I'm not going to change. I'm not going to maintain my weight. Now, I understand there's people out there who have medical conditions where it's hard for them to lose weight. I understand that. I've been there myself. But you got to see this photo. Go to Breitbart. I kid you not. Here it is. I'm on strike. No choice for him, question mark. No sex for him. And she's lying on her back. And she must weigh 300 pounds. With an orange shirt and gray sweatpants. And sneakers. The New York Post reported on Saturday that the term abstinence was trending on Twitter following the decision of Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization. So that's the article of Breitbart. How to share this with you. So now they're all going on a sex strike. I'm having so much fun tonight, my voice is going. Actually, I had a really good dinner. For my birthday, I did P.F. Chang's orange chicken with broccoli and carrots in the crock pot. Oh, that was good. And I went to Family Dollar and picked up some of those dollar croissants with like the chocolate in the middle or the vanilla cream. Got one that's got strawberry vanilla. Oh, really good. You can eat like a king. Eat like a king for cheap. But maybe I'll do another video about that, how to shop on the cheap. But this again is at Breitbart. Check this article out. Women call for sex strike against men in retaliation for the overturning of Roe v. Wade. This is the Culture Confederacy saying, and this is definitely a cultural moment, folks. This is the Culture Confederacy saying, peace out, stay safe, everybody. God bless this great country. I'll catch you next time. You know what to do if you like the video. And that'll be it for tonight. Y'all have a good Sunday.